Hello, everyone. It is a me. I am here and present and existent. I suppose those are appropriate words. I am rather tired from going all about today. I basically drove like all over. Basically, what I did today is I went thrift shopping with my mom all throughout the city. Hey, Crystal Plot, how's it going? So, uh, first of all, the first place that we went to was this discount Amish grocery store, and they have like fuckloads of like ridiculous deals where now I'll turn on the camera really quick. Wrong thing. So yeah, we go to this discount Amish store that they sometimes have like really weird deals and really interesting deals, or just like random things that you would never find anywhere else unless you went to like a Costco or like somewhere else, some weird shit. But they had a shopping cart full of these baked Cheetos, six for like $1. So I was like, just scoop up all of them at a time. I also bought this thing of iced coffee concentrate, and it tastes like fucking sewage water, so that's cool. Uh, Probably gonna have to figure out some way to deal with that. It's like a pumpkin spice flavored Starbucks cold brew concentrate, and I don't think even with water it would be tolerable. Like, I swear to Christ, it tastes like fucking, like if I went to the creek out back here by my house and just took a drink, it probably tastes about as good. So yeah, I doubt that I'm gonna buy anything like that anytime. Yeah, my mic has been. Yeah, I don't know if I want to. Here, let me do a little something to see if I can do something. I'm a little concerned about that, honestly. Is that any better? I'm afraid that my audio quality has shit the bed. I don't want to mess with my. Yeah. So I suspect something in the wiring probably gone faulty. And I noticed this in the last stream as well. There was a buzz to my audio, and that's kind of shit. Um, Not sure where it is or where it could be. I'm gonna try one last thing down here underneath the actual board. Let me mute myself so you don't get crackles. Is that any better? I doubt it. Because if it's what I think it is and it's in the wiring, then fidgeting with the connectors. Hello, Kartarba. How's it going? I'm gonna have a quick snack before I get started. Also bought these at the. It does sound like wiring. Yeah. I have to. Then I'll have to isolate which wire it is, because it's either the XLR cable or it's the splitters. And I have no idea which one it would be. I don't know. I have no idea how that would be. It's going well. How about me? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a bit tired. I've been basically. Ah, shit! My camera froze for a second there. I basically spent like the past 7 hours driving. Like me and my mom went shopping around noon, and we didn't get home till like 7. So. So I'm gonna swap over the concept after. Let's see what I've got going on. Alright. So I've been kind of working on this Kobold head bust thing for, I don't know, a little while. Not too long. Trying to get this looking decent that I could paint. I think what I want to do is I want to unpin those and see how that shakes out. Hold on. Now, a little bit more. Yeah, that's probably where I'm gonna leave it because that kind of softens out. All right, that seems good. All right, so basically what I need to do is I need to go through this, our little guy here, and we're gonna get this character situated good. So I'm gonna be using my Wacom tablet I got down here, and I'll be doing some finagling with that. Get this working good. So to get this set up, I'm going to go into the shading. I'm going to set up our texture here. I'm going to get rid of the texture, checker texture. We're going to add ourselves a new image texture. So the image texture. You know what? Let me do this because this is going to be important. Because this is an aspect for this tutorial video that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be base character. That's important. We're going to set this explicitly plugged into our image texture here. And what resolution do we want to do? Maybe 250. Well, we started it with 256. That was the original resolution, which is all right. I think I might do. Let's stick with 256. That's and then let's set this character to like a cyan kind of blue, somewhere around there. There we go. I think that's a pretty decent color. Yeah. So, if I'm a little groggy and tired, that's basically it. I've drove all day, and it is exhausting. Okay, so I don't know what the best way to really do this. I could just sort of set up the Wacom tablet sort of every so often, just sort of swap between them like this. But at the same time, I wish what I could do is I could have like some kind of way to set it up where it would automatically swap when I'm active on them. I'm not sure what that emote is, but thank you. I'm thinking at some point or another here soon, I'm gonna probably. I'm not sure if I'm feeling the condenser mics. I might get a headset. Hello, bear. A cat jumped up on my desk. What are you doing? But yeah, we're gonna get started here. Swap to capture display. Hey, Curdle Games, how's it going? Cat's trying to eat my granola bar. Set that to that, and I can't see through my cat, so we'll just rename it here. This will be TEX Kobold. Do not delete my water, please. My cat is all up in my business right now. You got water. You got water elsewhere. This little munchkin running around trying to drink my water and eat my granola bars. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a hot minute. I largely get caught up in my own like things. I don't really stream that much. I should stream a lot more. All right, swap back, counts captured. All right. So let us visually, if I can, without closing the window. That. Put this to the 2D. Oh, I'm being raided! Oh my god. I have not had my stuff be this active in so long. Hey everybody. Cat, please, you're going to fall out of my lap. Oh. I'm sorry, Bear. Hey everyone, it's a me. Vimlark, how's it going? Okay, so we have to set this up here. There we go. This is our Kobold character going. I'm quiet. Yeah, I have audio problems. I'm sorry. I could turn a little bit of the gain up. It also doesn't help that I don't speak directly into the mic. The mic's right here, but I'm looking down here at my Wacom tablet. I need to invest. I think I need to invest in a headset so that way I can visually, always speak into the mic. I kind of, you know what? Let me bring myself down here because I'm kind of in the way of the painting. Make myself a touch smaller too. You don't need to see my face that bad, do you? Okay, so what we got going on here. A little bit of texture paint. Much better? Alright, cool. I do need these things to know that I'm doing decent in terms of my audio, because I am not an audio person at all. Alright, so we got a Wacom tablet here. We're gonna try to figure out some very basic color mapping here. So we got a texture paint mode on, and this does not have my toolbars, and I'm probably going to want to have my palettes set up. Alright, so we know that we want this color, that's the base. Yeah, I'm sure it can be. Alright, so what I definitely know I'm going to need like a cream color of probably about like that for the teeth. Maybe even go a little bit darker into the red. Maybe about like right there for like where it kind of goes into the gum line. And for the gums themselves, normally you'd probably go with like a kind of pink or dark like that. I'm thinking maybe a kind of purple for that. Worst kinds of problems is so hard to diagnose. Yeah, we were just talking. I'm sure you can hear it a little bit. There's probably a buzz to my audio right now as I'm talking. I don't know if where that audio buzzing is coming from. It could be from my XLR cable, because it was kind of kinked and draping down my desk, or it could be my audio splitters. I don't know. I'm thinking at some point or another, I'm just going to invest in a pair of headphones, just so that way it's always omnidirectional and just right next to my mouth. You don't have to worry about, me being over here and trying to talk or anything like that. It's just right there. So I'm always with you. All right. Let's do back. I think we're going to do that for like the tongue. Something close to something that is something close to causing an interference. I don't think there's anything that would cause interference. There's no like electronics near it. Like there's nothing. I wouldn't know what it would be. Nope. So, let's maybe add another one about like that. That's not. And then maybe like I like the idea of doing a little bit of purple. Figuring out scales is going to be interesting. It's been a hot minute since I've painted. So I can just sort of lay out some base things. Immediately going to trouble support mode. Tech support life is real. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who actually run tech support. They sent me a screenshot once where they were showing me this person. They were helping this old woman, and what happened was they somehow managed to get their phone caught in like Chinese. I don't know if they bought it that way or what happened, but they had to basically go through the entire phone in Chinese to try to get it to. Okay, so we're going to do some blocking now. Get these nice and good. I think I saw one of my teeth was not in the gum lock. Oh, that your phone has good iconography. Yeah. Okay, that don't. No, it's in the gum line. What happens is the gum line's clipping through the lower lip. That's what's happening. So I need to bring that way. There we go. There we go. And so that's good. Select the gum line. Get that texture paint. And I think this. That's good. Maybe purple for the tongue. No, I think we're gonna do a little bit like that. Back in the day, that was my prank. My friend played and left their phone unlocked, changed the language. Wow. Joke's on you. I can read Chinese. But that would definitely deflate your sales if you tried to put their phone in a language they could actually read it. Just to flex on you. Alright. Let's go to this color, and let's get like a darker version of this. Something like that. You know, back in my day, if I found your phone and you left it unlocked, what we would do as a prank is we'd throw it down the stairs. It's a really funny prank. Huh. It would seem that all of my texture brushes no longer exist. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Oh, that's vexing. Yeah, they're gone. Oh. I know why they're gone. So. Alright, so I made this model on my laptop. And my laptop, I keep it light, so there's no extra add-ons or anything like that. All of my texture brushes I have saved in my on my PC, so I have to load them in manually. That's a bit of a pain. Alright, well, we don't need those stinking texture brushes. Oh, no. Alright. Let's smooth that color right there. Just that. Let me get into face mapping real quick. I want to select stuff here. If I can figure it out. There we go. I'm wondering, could you use GitHub for a Blender project, or does Blender have its own tool similar to that? I don't see why you couldn't use a GitHub for a Blender project as long as everything's in the same file or in the directory. I'm sure it would work. Blender does not have its own repository system yet, though. So no. Let's keep the gun locked. I'm going to go to Paint, and I would like to set up a gradient brush. Let me do this real quick if I can. How do I make a new brush? Ah, that's out. But that. There we go. Gradient fill. Control Z is all I have. Yeah, just about. Yeah. I am a little bit scared because I did not expect to have so many people present with me today, so you can watch me fail in real time. Okay, I can copy that color, paste that there. Oh, it automatically did it for me. So, which way is the gradient? Ah. Let me change this to flat real quick. Wait, not flat. Closest. These do not have a lot of detail, do they? No. Well, so here's what we'll do instead. I don't know what the fuck. I kind of forgot that visual UV mapping is kind of a thing and important. So leave that there. And what I'll do instead, we're going to go over here to our shading. And I'm just going to add, a color. I have to hate this. We have to do a mix node, and then manually set it to color, and then plug it in. It used to be a color mix node, or mix RGB, and that would work. But now it's mix, color, yeah, pain in my ass. All right, so we're going to do a mix node set to multiply, and we're going to find a color. Whoop, I thought that would loop upwards. Color attribute node. Plug that into the base. Factor to max. Vertex paint. All right. So we're going to do gradients the lazy way. We're just going to select the bottom of all of these teeth. Like this. Oh, I did that wrong. Ah. There we go. Then we're going to go into vertex paint, vertex mode. Gotta find color palette. That one. All right. There we go. We know which one it is now. There it is. Maybe a little bit more red. There we go. Not happy with that. Get back. It's pretty decent. Goes. All right. Good night. All right. Appreciate you coming in. All right. So we're probably going to set these horns, considering how small they are. We're also probably going to set these to vertex colors as well. So in the, where was I? Set them in vertex paint mode, on texture paint mode. Just there we go. Set them to white. That is not white. There we go. Set them to white like that, and then we'll set them to color through vertex painting. So we'll set them to this color. And we can do our finagling like this. Let's do that. A little bit darker, a little bit like that. There we go. Let's remove this world opacity. There we go. That was bothering me. The music kind of... I think the music's really, really low. It's also like cutting in and out. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Alright. God, the music's cutting in really, really bad for me. My goodness. Like it stops for like seconds at a time. There we go. Let's do a little bit of thing here and here. Here in a second, we'll probably load up some reference pictures so that way I can kind of get an idea of what exactly I'm needing to do. Because I know for a fact that I don't readily know exactly what I'm going to be putting on. I was going to try to keep it relatively simple, or if nothing else, maybe slight detail. I'll definitely have to load a scale brush here in a bit. Okay, so... brain part. Let's save this. Textures. There we go. I decided to make two folders for some reason. Texture, Kobold base. There we go. Save that. Get that going on. We need to paint the inside of the character's mouth. We have this right here. So let's do the inside of this character's mouth. Okay. Now, how is that possible? That shouldn't. Those are not seamed together. That's how. Ow. Oh. That seems to be the reason. That those didn't get fucked up in the UV editing, did they? No, they're disconnected. Okay. That's interesting. Let's turn off live unwrap because the minute I do this, we're gonna have a problem. So mark those. Oh, I missed a seam. There we go. Mark that. There we go. So now the top and bottom portions of the mouth are good. All right. If I just did a fill, how would... Well, first you gotta get the right color. You know what? Hold on. I'm just gonna color lock it. There we go. So that way, it's all the same. when I get to either brush, it's all the same color. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I know that that's not where the lip ends, so that's not going to be correct. We're going to have to push that back or something. Come on, give me the color. Give it to me. Give it. Thank you. It's being feisty with me. You know what? Select this row and then fill it. Okay. I didn't do it. I'm sure I'm really happy with that color. Maybe this, but a little bit more red. That might be it. That, and then unselect that. I didn't do both of them. Bah. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. That might be the better color for the tongue as well. We'll get to paint that here in a second. But we also need to... give me the tongue as well. There we go. Is there a place where we can get the brushes? Yes, there is a place that we can get the brushes. I'm going to see if I can find them straight on my YouTube channel real quick, because I know I have them somewhere. I have them posted somewhere. Do I? Is that my media fire? 1 second. I may have made a MediaFire account just to host the files I downloaded, because I found them on a... Let me not show you the direct clip. Log in. I think I logged in with Twitter. Yes. So the files that I had were... yeah. So the files that I had were stored on Blender Market, but they were like outdated and shit. I'm sure I could have found them as well, like somewhere I could have found them, but they were... I'm having a fucking brain aneurysm. All I know is that it was like difficult to figure out the website. At least it was for me. Maybe I'm just fucking stupid. But I basically downloaded all of the brush files and I worked them for myself. And now I have them available here, which I should just be able to slap in the fucking chat and you should be able to go and get them. That being said, I wonder where I have those brushes now. Not sure right off where they are. Don't need them right now, but you know. Built-in brush / relax, not found in image editor. Whatever. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another mix multiply node right there. And I'm going to make a new layer just so I can edit a bit better. Slap that in there. We're going to make a new layer. This is... let's do shade. Shade. Kobold. Kobold 1. I don't know. This is just a layer that is telling me what it does, and it doesn't really matter because when I'm done with it, I'm just going to bake it. So we're going to go into here. Kobold 1. It's blue. We need this to be white. There we go. Okay. Whoopsies. one of the things that I'm always tempted when I see this, I'm tempted to just take this. I'm gonna select these edge loops here. I wanna bring them off so that way that makes like a sharp edge. No, resist urge. Resist! I'm gonna make my UV maps far more complicated than they fucking need to be. Because I'm just gonna blur this line anyway. Like this fucking jagged shit right here. I'm gonna end up blurring it anyway. Ah, I'm in the wrong layer. Alright. There we go. What color do I need these to be? I think I want them just a touch lighter, just a touch different. I want them to stand out from like the inner portions of the cheek, but I don't want them to be like jarring. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm getting there, and that's not it. A little bit more value. A little bit that way. It's probably decent enough. Okay, so one of the things that I was doing now, we're gonna need the gradient fill. This needs to be 0. This needs to be this. There we go. And now we're going to go on the inside of the mouth. Select all that and remove influence of that root loop there. Alright. We are going to want texture paint. Ah, fuck, that's weight paint. We're not gonna do weight painting, not yet. Alright. We want this area here to be dark and this area out here to be light. And I'm on the wrong layer. I had the right spirit. So we want like that. It's a little bit too much. Let's bring it up a little bit and maybe make a little bit red, something like that. I think that's pretty good. I think that's it. All right. Let's see here. I'll blur this just a bit. Yeah, that definitely helps. That makes it look less shit. So I'm gonna do that hot quick. Though it does seem like the blur tool just kind of stops working after a minute. Like, look, the blur tool isn't even doing anything. Come on now. So what I'll do instead, I would like to get... Oh, that's probably why I'm in the wrong fucking layer. Nice. Oh. Let's get a sharp brush here. Oh, it's gonna start doing this. All right. So one annoying thing that I constantly have to battle with Blender is sometimes when I'm using a brush, like I make a stroke, and it's like, beans, I didn't want to do that. And I hit undo, it swaps my brush. So every time I'm trying to do something, it makes it even more annoying to work with as I go. Like, why? Why did you do this? Okay. I'm going to save, and then we're going to save these images. And I'm going to revert, so that way Blender completely refreshes. Or crash. It can crash as well, I suppose. I mean, whatever you want to do, I guess. It's up to you, your own free will. At least I saved the textures. That's the important thing. Otherwise, it would have been gone completely, and I'd have to start entirely from scratch, and I would have fucking died a little inside. So now when I make a brush stroke, when I hit undo. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now is apparently one of those times it just doesn't fucking work. Of course, when I'm trying to show you it, but that's just motherfucker. I just want to kind of create. Kind of want to create like a soft blending between these areas here. And I'm just gonna use my mouse to do this because I'm lazy. I don't really see the necessity to do this with like the pen tablet. Oh, we got some Pikmin music? Oh, dude. I kind of feel the need to go play some Pikmin here at some point or another. I don't know if I'll do it anytime soonish. I just realized I was making a fucking big mistake. I just need this ring and this area right there. Yeah, I do too. Pikmin is probably one of my favorite games from the GameCube era. Not so much the first one, but the second one for sure. The main reason why I like the second one over the third one is because the timer was a big anxiety factor as a kid. I did not like having to compete against the timer when I was playing Pikmin 1. Having the ability to freely explore in Pikmin 2 made it a much better experience for me. Yeah. All right, let me take a look at this. Let's set this to flat. Interesting. That. All right, I don't want any like actually shading. I never actually saw the trailer for Pikmin 4, actually. I probably should, honestly. But I know it came up in the Nintendo Direct. And the prospect of it is exciting, but also, typically, I don't normally get Pikmin, like, right away. Because I have to, like, have the console and I have to get it, So normally I'm like, it's like a way off thing for me. Even when it comes out, I probably won't end up getting it for like several years. All right, so one thing that I did just now was I took the character texture that we're using. So we have the base texture and this shading texture mixed all together and whatnot. And instead of having it pass through a shader, we just passed it straight to the surface output. So that way we have no influence of shader whatsoever. And that should allow me to make that judgment when we look at these, that they should look a lot better. And whenever we want, we can also go and flip through these on the studio viewport and then blend and see them all together in the what's this now? Material preview. This right here is a problem. I see that needs to be remedied like that. Beans. There we go. There we go. That's probably pretty good. I might go a little bit lower there. Just along this part of the lower lip. There we go. Go. We got the teeth all set up. Got a bit of that going. We're going to want on the shading layer. We're going to need to put in the nostrils. So we're going to go here. Where would the nostrils be? Not sure right off. Let's go to the Wacom tablet. What, the graphic view? That'd be a pretty neat thing to do. Oh, this music's going all funky. Alright, let's hear. Alright, so for the nostril, let me set that view up there. Wireframe mode, give me a better view of what I'm doing. Maybe it might be better to have some this. How is that? That's alright. Considering it's going to be a hole in the nostril, it should probably be a bit darker. Let's remove strength from the influence and make radius the pressure. That's probably good, but what? It's not really the damn gradient tool. Fuck. Ah. That seems to be about where the nostril would be, right? Like right at the front. Give it a little smiley. Sharpen that up a bit. Is it a good place? Alright. Oh, the strength is set to 0.8. That's not good. That means this is reasonable strength. So the eraser actually works on this. So if I did that, that's actually black. Yeah, because 0 alpha is like 0, 0, 0, and then alpha value 0. So it wouldn't make sense. It would come out black. Fuck! Take a shot every time my fucking thing swaps the damn tool back to the gradient fill brush, and then I use it on accident. Take a fucking shot, man. I want to shoot myself in the fucking head. What? Oh. Is this scroll? What is this? Not sure what this clip is. Huh. Alright. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be color wheel, but I'm not actually sure. Probably is, but it was on the smear brush, so I thought it was doing me any good. Alright. Back. Gotta try some of your brushes again. Last time I messed up something with the settings of them. I don't take credit for those brushes, though. I found them online and it's kind of repackaged them to sell. Well, sell? Ugh. No, I'm not selling them. I found them online and repackaged them so that way they can be used by other people. I would feel like that's a bit of a twat move to find free assets and then resell them. Let's bring that. How the display on this monitor is different. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure what's correct. I don't know. Let me set this to add. They need to be somewhat dark. I do a lot of my textures in Aspirite directly, but switching between it and Blender so often gets annoying for bigger projects. Yeah. I feel that. Maybe, yeah, I expand. Oh, I saw it swap it again. Just set the mix this time. No, saturation. You also need a second brush. That's it's more effective. I am swapping between. That doesn't scare me. I'll have to remember that when I'm swapping between monitors visually in my workspace, it's not swapping these monitors for you guys, which is so I have to swap them. For a minute there, for some reason, it was actually swapping between what's active. Doesn't seem to be doing that. Okay, let's set that wireframe going. Yeah, here. A little bit of shade. That's just to call attention. This area here. Darken that out. Beans. That's what that is. Go. Carrying on me. Love me some Earthbound music. That's where the onions going to go. There you go. And I think accentuating that with shadows. Pretty good. There you go. You can even I think it's pretty cute. Seems to be a bit of a bleed issue, and that's not going through. So fall off. No, it'd be in stroke. Where would it be? Spacing. Symmetry options. There it is. We'll set bleeding 3. I'm probably gonna do this selection a lot, so let me do this here. Let's add a new base map, and we'll call this Ellipse, and then we'll assign it. That way, whenever we need to, it will. It'll be readily available. Also, 1 second, I need to check on something. Make sure I don't stream for too long. Let's see here. Yeah, I just had to check on a Discord because after this, I'm gonna be I'm kind of streaming, waiting for my tabletop group to be ready. So I'm just kind of making sure that I'm all good. Right. I'm good though, so we're. Let's just do that. Let's wait 1 second. What are you doing, bear? No, you can't drink my water. Not in there anyway. Look at this furry bastard. We have to save yourself. Not that bad. I guess. Some. That's set to 3D. Now the way Kansao doesn't know what to display. There it goes. Mix. A little bit. Chin. Just unplugged my earbud, buddy. Self shade now. Self shade on. Hey, I believe that's a YouTube subscriber. I don't know if you're watching, but thanks, Tony. Turn on wifi. Follow that jawline. Do I have a napkin somewhere? Maybe too high. I think what I'm going to have to do to emphasize and sell the scaliness of the lines. Probably emphasize wrinkles, shit like that. Get like that. That. kind of want to emphasize some purple in there. If I'm trying to make this thing cute, I probably just tone it down on some of this scale. Wrinkles. That ages it and makes it less cute. We're going to tone down. That froze, hold on. Hello. Blurring tool with smudge tool with better. I feel it needs to be lighter. Or maybe more blue. Sunset. It is very epic. I think adding eyes would definitely help to this. That and then smear across that. That's okay. Will the eyeballs be on a texture, or will you make them into eyeball objects? No, they will be textured onto the character themselves. I don't think making eyeballs will do it justice. It'll kind of just look like they're popping out. There's no like underlying eyelid material or mesh to make that not do that. At least I wouldn't think so. Hi, buddy. Not to mention, we're going to need to do something else. Save, and then I already auto-saved my textures. I'm only probably going to be able to stream for another 30 minutes or so, just so you guys know. Alright, so what we need to do, we have our UV maps based character. We're going to add okay, it's character pupils and eyes. So what we need to do now So now that we have this set up, we're going to need to take this area here. Actually, let's delete the pupils UV map because you'll see in a second. All right, we're in the UV map eyes. Basically, we're just gonna have that pinned. Invert this selection, everything, just drag them off. We don't need them at all. Matter of fact, scale them to 0, make them nothing, doesn't matter. We're gonna take this and we're going to pack it into place without rotation, rotate it 180 degrees, so that is straight up. I want to apply the mirror modifier, so that way all the UVs are in the positions that they need to be. Okay, so what we're gonna do is in the shader, we're going to add a new mix node. This is going to be a mixed, regular mix. We're going to put those up there. We're going to make a new texture here. This will be actually, it kind of doesn't really matter what the fuck we call it, but I'm just going to call it Kobold texture I for right now. We're going to make it new, alpha 0, and actually, we don't even know what texture size we even need it to be, so that's just a placeholder for now. We're going to make a checker texture. Slap that in there. And we're going to need a UV map as the vector. We're going to plug in the eyes so that it's using the exact same space as this. I got an idea. So we're going to actually have this. We're going to plug the vector into that. We're going to set this to clip, and then plug the alpha into the vector. Yes, there it goes. This music kind of gives me fucking Chrono Cross vibes. A little bit. Alright, so what we're gonna do now. Let's swap to the wake on so I can show you, well, swap to the main just to show you what it is, because I'm afraid that the display didn't really show everything. So what I did is I took a new texture, we duplicated it from up here, the textures, there we go. Let's duplicate that so that way it's its own thing. So we're going to use the IUV map that we just made. Did you guys see that? By the way, did that come through? I'm not sure because I had it on display. I'm afraid that, like, because I'm a dipshit and wasn't paying attention to the Wacom capture, that it came through. I'll wait like a couple seconds for confirmation if that did come through. Okay. I don't like that answer, so well, lack thereof. So we'll just start over. So what I did is I'm just gonna start over. Just delete these, start over. So I needed to basically make a. Oh, wanna wait for a second? All right. Yeah, don't worry about it. So we basically needed to make an entirely new UV map, just so that way we can have one for the eyes. So what we did is I made a duplicate of the base character, called it eyes, and then I just sort of selected all that in there, inverted that selection. That's right, because I copied applied the modifier. Now I have to do a little bit more work. Invert that selection, Scale that to 0. Remove it. Now I have to do constrain image bounds. I have to do just a little bit more work. Vertex group. Oh, not that. I want the 2D cursor to be at 0, 0. There we go. Selected the pixels. There we go. So that makes it better. So now, also, let's rotate it 180 degrees. So that way it's straight up. And then we're going to go into shading. We're going to make a new UV map based on the eyes. We're going to duplicate one of these textures. Doesn't really matter what it is. I already have it set to Kobold base 0, 1. We're going to plug a UV map, the UV map vector node into the vector of the texture. Plug the alpha into the mix color node with the factor. Set that to clip. Set a checker texture. Beans. Set the vector to that as well. Set that to color. Plug that in there. And now we have an ability to check our texture. Looks like a hair in my mouth. And let's set math nodes. That way I can adjust this. Probably that is good enough. I'm going to dial this in to get the exact texture resolution that I would need, or as close as I can get. Not sure readily what that would be, but it would have to be an integer number. Alright, I think I have to go lower because alright. 42 seems close. I think 42 is it, actually. Yeah. It's just offset on the x-axis just a little bit. You see that? But other than that, I think that's actually the size that we need it to be. All right, 42. So we'll make this a new 42 by 42. Set this to white. Oh, so there we go. There we go. And this is that's about as much as it needs to be for various reasons. We'll just leave it at that, and then we can clear that out of the way. Remove that. Plug that in. There we go. So now when I texture paint here, we can go into texture paint. We have eye, and I should be able to, let me swap back to wake on display. Oh, my fucking Wacom tablet's having a fit. 1 second, I have to bring up the display settings. There we go. That fix it? Yes, yes, it should. Until I hit undo, I bet. Watch this. After I fixed it, by bringing up the Wacom tablet, it's gonna break again. Watch. But I'll be damned. Why did it swap to the smear brush? That's weird. Alright. Let's set my brush to constant now. We're basically working with pixel art. It swapped to the smear brush again. Great. Let's... Hey, thanks, Andre. Andre. Let's go. So we got that. That's what we got for that. Now, that's not the end of the story. So what we're gonna do on top of this, what you would expect me to do, say, like, we need to do the character's pupils, right? Then we go, make the pupils, like, and then we sort of draw it in. No, that's not going to work. Because when I want to change the character's expressions, like through their eyes, I would have to draw entirely new eyes. So with the way the system's going to work, so with this character, I need to, well, the way that it's set up, actually, I'm gonna need to layer this system again. It's currently set up to use the UV maps for the eyes to store them on top of the active character texture right now. So both eyes are using the exact same texture, which if we're doing expressions, they change shapes and whatnot. That's gonna need to be altered, so that way it's gonna use UV map IL, UV map IR, and then the pupils themselves will also have to have their own UV map as well. So that's gonna be fun. Matter of fact, I could probably do that right now. So we have eyes. Let's do that. Let's do R.L. I to R. This is just gonna get complicated. Let's plug that in there before I get my logic done. So that's utilizing that. That's using that. So they're both using the exact same texture, but the difference is they need to be somewhat different. So we have the left eye here. For the left eye UV map, only the left eye can be a part of it. So we can't have the, what is it, the other eye? How do I do that? Control Shift M? That's how I select it. So this needs to go away. That goes over. Well, that goes over there. Also, save this because I think this is a good texture. Texture eye. I remember earlier I just copied the faces on which I wanted to draw eyes and pulled them away slightly, but that made them clip through the head and then vertices started jittering. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. So this kind of bakes it onto the mesh itself so that way you're not using like texture cards. Okay. So we have that now, and okay, IL, then we go IR and do the exact same thing. There we go. So now those should in theory work. So if let's say I daisy chain these together. Yeah, that should work. And I should be able to edit the UV map of this one without altering the other one. Good. That's precisely what it needs to be. They need to be isolated from each other. Now, on top of that, there needs to be a new one called pupils, and that is basically going to be a copy of these ones right here. So this is pupil.r. Pupil.l. And from there, ow, my ear. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna duplicate this, duplicate that. I don't know if this works necessarily really well on like game engine. Like I'm not a game dev, I wouldn't know. So whether or not this works for that approach, not sure, but it's a good approach for like just straight up animation. All right, so now we're going to use new texture here. Let's keep the same texture because we're using the exact same UV space. This is, wow, of course, turn that off. Probably fucking I'm sure, did you see me working on the UV maps and making them, or did you just see this up close of this character's eye for the past several minutes? Oh. There we go. So we have texture pupil, and what we need to do now is we need to mix these together based on multiply. And so basically what we're doing is we're pulling dynamically from the character's eye the alpha. So that's how we're mixing them. And we want these to be mixed together. And yeah, so that's not going to work unless we go into texture paint here and set the pupils to something like this. So we make it all white. So now it's no longer being multiplied together. And then we go into texture paint. And I liked the idea of doing these in purple. That looks pretty cool. Might be a bit too big. I think it did the exact same thing again. That maybe. Do that. Let's set that to additive and whoop. Beans. Something like that. That's pretty good. There we go. probably put like a dark line around the entirety of the pupil here. Oh. This will increase the size of the eye, but I'm not sure how bad that's going to be. That's pretty good. Why don't we put a little... There we go, a little something like that. That's fine. I'm getting too lost in the sauce of detail. All right. So now, what we do is we add a armature, single bone. Where it at? There it is. Bring it out there. There we go. Scale it down on the individual origin. Duplicate it, scale it up. This will be UV warp target. Hide that. UV warp base. All right. Take that and parent it to the. There we go. Parent that to that. So that should. Cool. That's good. Yeah, one second. I want to check on my Discord one more time. Yeah, they're all piling in. I'll probably stream for like another maybe 20, like 15, 20 minutes maybe. Where'd that go? That's, nope, there it is. So yeah, I'll probably stream for just a little bit longer. So what we need to do now is we need to duplicate this exact same setup, slap the color into that, slap the vector into the image texture, slap the alpha into the factor, and we're going to need another mix node, slap that in there. I did it wrong, I think. Oh, wait. That maybe goes there? Yeah. Got it. I fixed it. I'm a good. Okay. Now, this is going to take two UV warp modifiers. So we're going to add two, duplicate that. So we're operating on the left pupil and the right pupil respectively. And we're operating from the armature with the base as well as the target. I'm just gonna copy paste that here and there. So when we move this around, yeah, we can see that it operates the exact opposite fashion I would want it to. They're kind of offset from each other. I have a question for you. Sure, what's the question? So one of the things that you'll notice is that when I manipulate the UV warp, after we go to a certain point, it cuts to black. We're going to remedy that by going to the thing. We're gonna set it from clip to extend. So you can see that fixed it over there. So as long as the edges of our image texture remain white, it will extend. Or you can make this work in the sense that if the boundaries of your... How the best do I explain this? So I got a guy saw my profile. He saw that I had a fake terrorist thing. What? Hold on, this is some madness is happening. So a guy saw my profile and saw that it was a fake terrorist thing. It said the profile was fake, but fun place. They got scared and reported me on Twitch, Discord, and banned me on both from his SV and channel. I am not Twitch support. I'm sorry. Okay, let me. All right, let's sit to that. Okay, that's a big brush. Let me. Oh. Beans. There we go. Yeah. All I wanted to ask would be drip checks my new body armor. That's foreign language to me. I don't know. I don't understand what that means. There we go. So is there a way to offset that? Can I flip that? Transform. Vertex sprue. I mean, are we talking about like real body armor? Or are you talking about like, I don't know, like CS:GO skins or something? Okay. I can't flip that, can I? Oh, that ain't gonna work. What if I set that to -5? Would that do anything? No. I think I'm gonna have to do this manually. So what that would mean is I would have to go into this character. Well, actually, I'd go into the right pupil UV map. We're gonna take this and scale that -1 axis. Something like that. And then set that to pixels. About like that. I think that's pretty good. How do I make the eyes move? All right, so this is going to, well, first we can see that they actually work and move, so we can see, we can have her look any which way. It works. Also, what's going on there? There's like a, that's probably not perfectly white, is it? Texture paint. Yeah, oh, I'm in the wrong texture. I need to be on the eye. Texture eye. Good. It isn't working. I have to be on this one. being testy with me, and I don't like that. There we go. I guess that's where it's stored now. Alright, so the way that I got this to work, the way it moves, it's all in the material. So what happened was with this character, we have the character's eye base, which is this shape right here. So this is the base. I can do a tin can, and you do scripting in the Blender. I'm not sure what you're saying. But the way that this works is I have this eye shape right here as the base, and it is mixed in. Let's see here. Okay, I'll try to isolate these out a bit. So the eye texture is set with the eye UV map, and it is stored in its own file. You do magic, and I can't even make a cylinder with a hole in it. Okay. I appreciate that. So, we have the eye, and on top of this, we layer the pupil, which is this one right here. So it multiplies down on the eye shape like this, and that manipulates any aspect of the whiteness of that eye, and it is influenced there. And from there, it is combined together in this mix node with the base body, and then it is done on the right UV map and combined back together. And with those UV maps all together, we then run it through UV warp modifiers. So from what happens there is we have this base thing here, and we're comparing it to its position to the base. We have the target and the base, and we can manipulate it independently. Actually, what I should do is I should have two eyes on either side. There we go. So when I move that moves them, and instead, let's rename this to Master. So this controls all of them, but I can have it so that way, you got a tactic to do it, or you manually doing it. When it comes to retopology, I tend to poly sculpt my models. Like for this character, I model it straight from like a cube, so I never needed to retopologize it. All right, so instead we're going to have this. We want the. Okay, this is the left eye, so we're gonna do that, and then this one will be the right one. And we're going to adjust that. That should adjust it. No, that's transform. That's how it's done. So we're going to offset on the Z-axis in some direction to get back to where it needed to be. All right. There. Two, 5. There we go. Wasn't retopology cleaning the model and making the faces look and those black dots smaller, so it's simpler to render in game engines? The black dots don't get smaller. But yeah, retopologizing is effectively optimizing a high sculpt model into something that's more usable. So let's say, for instance, let me do this. I'll just make, a sphere, right? So we have a sphere here. This is the sphere that I sculpted, quote unquote. Amounts. Yeah, you're effectively reducing the amount of vertices that a mesh would have. Yeah. So you would basically take this and just it would be reduced to make it look more spherical. It would have like maps baked in to make it look smoother, but that's just a trick. All right. So we have the value there. We just need to pop that here and flip the value. There we go. So if we wanted, we can move the character in and out. We just need to set this to not inherent scale. Inherent scale? None. There we go. So we can bring the eyes closer together, farther apart. And then from here, we can also make the eyes smaller if we wanted to. Yeah, but I still don't have a way of doing it. And since I got hired to work on a smaller studio, two modelers, one of them... Ugh. It's a bit rough. Yeah, one way to retopologize... Alright. So one way you can retopologize, let's say I wanted to retopologize this Kobold character. It is a mirrored mesh and whatnot. So what I could do, I'm in post mode. I can't have that either. So it's a mirrored mesh. What I could do, let's add a plane. We have the origin set to the middle of the object. Move the plane in edit mode. We're going to add a mirror modifier. And then we'll add where is it now? Shrink wrap modifier. We'll set the shrink wrap to the character. And basically what you would do, or one way you could do it, is basically... depending on how much detail we would want on the model, you can see how it's snapping already. Make it more apparent. Well, why don't I do this? We'll add a subdivision surface modifier. There we go. So we have a super smooth Kobold now. And the mirror modifier here, it can't follow the perfect smoothness of the model. Smooth. So all it can really do is kind of follow along. And we can kind of see it kind of following along. It's kind of hard to see if we can bring it out just a little bit. Or better yet, if we set this to, where would it be? Viewport display in front. Well, that's what it should do, but it doesn't seem it wants to do that. Would it be here? Okay, the best we probably have is to displace it like that a little bit. So basically what you would do is you would kind of go about the topology of the character with this shrink wrap modifier and kind of fill in bits and pieces of it as we're going. Basically go at it like that. Not necessarily the best approach, but it is an approach to go about it. Yeah. If you're trying to follow, you know, it's an important thing to learn. And then we'll just remove subdivision surface modifier. There we go. Bring back our... Oh, it's caught my rib. Yep, I've been pinged. I gotta go. But yeah, we have the character working. We can have her look around and whatnot. We could make her really upset. Yeah, so appreciate everyone coming. Yeah, I like it. I think we got something good going on. It's very simple, and that actually works really well with it. I probably want to add a little bit more color detail. I'll have to look into how I'm going to do that, because if I go really detail with it, it's going to take a long time. But hey, it looks good. So I'll have this up here sooner or later. It will be ready, and yeah, you can watch it. But until then, I gotta go. Thanks for the raid. Speaking of which, I probably should figure that out for myself. How do raid? Where is raid? You know, channels that follow me are online. Who can I raid? Do I have a option here? I suppose I can just like find a rando and just fucking raid their shit. I suppose. Wouldn't be too bad, right? Maybe go into an art stream and just... Yeah, let's raid Bob Ross. Who has the best drops? What do you mean, who has the best drops? What does that mean? Who's the boss? I see what you're doing here. Past videos. I'm not looking for... Yes, I would prefer to have live channels, yes. 250 viewers. Let's see here now. What the fuck's going on here? I don't know what 3D modeling streamers. Let's type in 3D modeling. Top model 3D. This is really vexing that I just don't have a go-to place to raid. You know what I mean? Yeah, live? Can I get, like, live chats, please? Ah, the cleavage streams are going on strong today. Ah, Doobie Goobus. Hey, look at that. Near the top, you can search by tag. Ah. Nice. Yes. That's only one viewer, but I can't really tell what the fuck they're doing. Pretty model creation? Oh, this is ass. This is turbo ass. Maybe Blender. You know what? Blender 3D might... If I type in Blender, that'll probably give me something. I'm kind of tempted about that one, because they got 13 views. Character creation is what I'm... Hey, look at that. We got someone here, maybe. Alright. Let's check out what's going on here. Look how good their sculpt is. God damn. Let's fucking rate them. How do I rate, please? I don't know how to rate them. I'm sitting here, like, trying to figure this shit out, like, on the fly. Ah, there you go. Is that it? Do I post it here? Or do I post it in my chat? What do you mean? What? I can't put it in my chat. I have to log in? Why ain't I already logged in? No, fuck you. I'm gonna do it from the actual Twitch overlay. Bruh. This is a true bruh moment. Go. Invalid username. What? Are you fucking shitting me, laddie? I'm gonna have a fucking stroke live on stream. Alright, fine. I'm gonna fucking follow them, give them a little howdy do, then raid them. Let me raid! Oh my god. Alright, thank you everybody. See you in a bit.